Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to review the Introduction to Psychology paper that was written in March 2021, the multiple choice questions as well as the answers. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I promise I'll continue to churn out videos that might help you in your studies. Number one, an emphasis on the role of consciousness in the environment could be called A. Structuralism, B. Gestalt, C. Functionalism, D. Behaviorism. The correct answer is behaviorism. Unlike the previous video, which was a bit long, I'll try not to explain, but just to give you the correct answers. This will enable the video to be a bit short. Some of you were complaining that the videos are too long, so I'll try to be quick. Number two, the three modes of processing information, namely enactive, iconic, symbolic, were proposed by A. Brunner, B. Steinbeck, C. Kalyan, D. Beck. The correct answer is Brunner. He's a cognitivist, unlike these other psychologists. Number three, the term structuralism was introduced by A. Wundt, B. Titchener, C. Darwin, D. Galton. The correct answer is Titchener. Most of you might have thought it was Wundt, but Wundt was the teacher of Titchener. Titchener was the student. He's the one who coined the term structuralism. Number four, Chomsky's work was on A. Measurement, B. Structure of language, C. The aging process, D. Speech. The correct answer is structure of language. Number five, if Peter were to look at the following figure, he would tend to call it a square. This illustrates the principle of the figure that we are talking about. Is this one? A. Figure ground, B. Similarity, C. Closure, D. Proximity. The correct answer is closure. If you look at the figure, there are blanks here and there. So if one is to close, it's closure. This is Gestalt psychology. Number six, a training procedure in which the animals press a lever to turn off a shock, not choke, is called A. Negative reinforcement, B. Punishment, C. Omission training, D. Reward training. The correct answer would be negative reinforcement. You have to study and check your notes on the different aspects, the difference between negative reinforcement and punishment. They're a bit similar, but they're different. So check your notes. Number seven, performing a number of different responses before receiving a primary reinforcer is called A. Conditioned reinforcer, B. Chaining, C. Generalized reinforcer, D. Shaping. The correct answer would be shaping. Number eight, the situation in which the response causes the negative reinforcement to end is called A. Punishment, escape learning, avoidance learning, learned helplessness. The correct answer is punishment. Number nine, upon seeing its owner opening the biscuits box, the dog immediately started salivating. What form of learning or conditioning is this dog demonstrating? A. Classical conditioning, B. Cognitive learning, C. Operant learning, D. Instrumental learning. The correct answer would be classical conditioning. Number 10, according to Freud, the successful resolution of the Oedipus complex is a milestone in the formation of the A. Sexuality, B. Ego, C. Superego, D. Neurosis. The correct answer would be in the formation of the ego. Number 11. Who are the three German psychologists whose efforts brought into being the Gestalt movement? First one, A. Francis Galton, Kurt Kafka, Immanuel Kant. B. Max Wertheimer, Wolfgang Kohler, Kurt Kafka. C. William Wundt, Sigmund Freud, Kafka. D. Immanuel Kant, Max Wertheimer, Kolb. The correct answer would be C. Number 12. Who described the mind as the tabula rasa? A. Francis Galton. B. William Wundt. C. John Locke. D. Kurt Kafka. The correct answer would be John Locke. Number 13. The method used to study one's conscious mental experiences in structuralism is A. Conditioning. B. Introspection. C. Psychoanalysis. D. Behaviorism. In other words, the question is asking for the method of study in structuralism, which in this case will be introspection. Here are the three options. Number 14. Who carried out a study of cats to arrive at the law of effect? A. Ivan Pavlov. B. Leo Thorndike. C. James Angel. D. Robert Woodworth. The correct answer would be Thorndike. Number 15. Who is regarded as the pioneer of functional psychology? A. J.B. Watson. B. Charles Darwin. C. Wundt. D. William James. The correct answer would be William James. Number 16. Who is regarded as the founder of experimental psychology? A. Carl Rogers. B. Sigmund Freud. C. Wundt. D. Pavlov. The correct answer would be Wundt. Remember, he is the first psychologist to have an experimental lab to study psychology. Remember, at the University of Leipzig. Number 17. Free association and interpretation are important techniques in A. Person-centered therapy. B. Cognitive therapy. C. Behavior therapy. D. Psychoanalysis. A is not the correct answer, neither is B nor C. The correct answer would be psychoanalysis. Number 18. Behaviorism is to America as Gestalt is to Daesh. A. Russia. B. Britain. C. Germany. D. France. It's not Russia. It's not Britain. It's not France. But Germany. Number 19. When is behavior classified as abnormal? A. When it is statistically unusual. B. When it is inappropriate. C. When it interferes with function in society. D. All the above. The correct answer would be D. Number 20. Which of Freud's components of the mind is directed by the reality principle? A. Projection. B. Id. C. Ego. D. Superego. The correct answer would be ego. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please write your comments on the section below, or send your questions to the WhatsApp group so that we can discuss any of the issues that you might be facing. And thank you for watching, and may you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This will enable us to be motivated to keep on churning out these videos. Thank you, and God bless you.